Please don't say that.
I'm unfaithful. I've been unfaithful.
Just one time? 2? Please don't make me count 3.
Carey!
You okay?
No. You have any water? I don't want to get a divorce.
No one does.
She does.
Divorce isn't that big a deal. I read a book.
It was an article.
Whatever. We're open.
You just fucking with me right now?
We are not monogamous.
No regresaré ya nunca.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, Edward, how are you?
How are you?
Good. I'm so happy to meet you. I was a huge fan of The Climb. I saw it 3 times before it finally got released, sort of.
Amazing. I like the
actually,
sort of.
Yeah, and actually, I saw Splitsville last week, and actually, we watched The Climb afterwards. I did a double feature,
That's
package
awesome.
double feature,
Thank you.
which is kind of cool. So I'm curious. I mean, I know you guys did 80 for Brady in between,
Yeah.
but had you guys been developing something over this whole time? I know there was a COVID and the strikes and all that stuff, but you had been developing something to follow up The Climb?
Yeah, we've
Since
got
then?
like 3 in the pipeline that we've already written.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get to go make a bunch of movies back to back after this.
Well, what was about this one? Because you seem to kind of cover some of the same things, but you obviously probably have a bigger budget, probably had a little more time, and obviously have some bigger stars. What was sort of like the decision to kind of cover some of that same topics?
Well, I think we really wanted to make a movie. So there was one, like, we want to make a movie. We wanted to make it in a sort of contained way that we knew that we could make it at a budget, but make it feel like a much bigger movie than it was. And there felt like there was more to explore with these themes. And I think we wanted to shift the tone a bit more, like make a proper screwball comedy. Like it doesn't feel like it's exactly the same tone as The Climb. There's some similarities and there's a lot of stuff that kind of overlaps and ties to each other. But I think this was properly like, let's put physical comedy at the forefront. Let's make it like a good time in a theater. And that was our big intention was like, we want to make a movie that people will really enjoy going to theaters and seeing with a group.
And I think also we were really excited about the idea of exploring more in the relationships with other people, more in the romantic relationships and outside of just the friendship dynamic, which is obviously part of both the films. I think for us, we were really excited about bringing in other actors to join sort of like our crazy troupe and see how far we could push things with them.
Yeah, it's like if we were to say like, okay, like The Climb was exploring elementary school, subjects on relationships. This is like middle school or high school. It's like we're getting more complex and more dynamic with it.
How do you guys decide which actor's going to play which character? I mean, the first movie is really obvious to know who is which. But then when I was watching this one, I was kind of like, wait, which is which again? I can't remember. It was kind of, how do you guys decide that? Are you guys just in the writing saying, oh, I'll do this,
We talk a lot about it, and then when we're writing, we would even try reading the other roles. I think this just felt. I was excited about playing Paul. Kyle was very excited about playing Carey. It just felt organically like let's just do this. But at one point we talked about flipping it.
Yeah.
And then what about reaching out to the 2 actors, Dakota and Adria? I mean, how do you guys? I mean, do you guys just send the script out and say, or do you kind of want them to see The Climb and know about The Climb, or?
Yeah. So The Climb is definitely like our entry point. We had met with Dakota and hit it off and talked about finding a project to do together, and we were writing this at the time. And then when it was we mentioned it to her, and then when it was ready, we shared it with her, and we sort of wrote it with her in mind. And then when she read it, she like loved it and said, "All right, let's do this," and came on pretty quick and produced it with us.
And then Adria, we found along the way. I mean, we were.
Yeah, Adria, we met along the way and said, "Hey, by the way, we wrote this movie. I think we're going to make it next." But it was still early, and she read the script and was like, "Yeah, I want to do this." So it came together very fast in a strange way. It doesn't always happen that way.
I do think that The Climb helped. Like both of them had seen The Climb and were like, "Yes, I want to do that." And I think it helped when they came to set. They just clicked in right away. It obviously resonated and it tickled something in each of them that they came to set already ready to sort of like play in the sandbox.
Yeah.
You have two amazing locations in this movie. One of them you can see behind me, this amazing house, which you proceed to destroy, which I'm sure your set decorator loved. but then also you have this what I call the apartment of X's, which is I literally was cracking up every time we cut back to that house. It was just funny, the funniest thing. Can you talk about like finding those two locations, dressing them up, making them kind of like what they are?
Yeah, it was super tough. So it's supposed to take place, I guess, vaguely in Montauk or the Hamptons or somewhere out there, Long Island, and we shot in Montreal. So that house was, we scoured, we looked forever to find a house like that, and we found this beautiful, architecturally gorgeous house overlooking the water, and then had to convince the owners that listen, if we damage it, we're just going to pay for it. So we almost budgeted for just repairs because we knew we were going to destroy the house.
And I think for that second location, one of the things we talked about is that this location, his house is so open and glass and expansive, and the apartment just needed to feel claustrophobic with the space there was and all the boyfriends and everything. And so it was fun to find a place that felt smaller and tighter and more sort of
there's no doors. The bedroom is just up the stairs, but it's open space. So you're in a tree house, so you can hear everything. And that became a really fun thing because it's just to challenge his character. It's just okay, what would be the war if you move back in with your wife, who's now you're getting divorced from, and she's dating people? What would be the most uncomfortable situation to be in? It's it would be an open loft space.
Well, you can't see it. My apartment is very tiny. I can't imagine even having one other person here. So that cracked me up. And every time I went back to the house, oh, that's much nicer. I like that house much nicer. They should all move in there. I want to talk about the big fight sequence. You guys have a big fight sequence, which destroys a lot of the house behind us. How was that choreographed? How do you guys work together? I mean, obviously you had a little bit of fighting in the climb, but not to this extent, I don't think. What was sort of involved with?
Yeah, we didn't scratch our itch fully with the climb, so we really wanted to go further. That was one of the first ideas we had when we started writing the film. Was what happens when someone says they're okay with an open relationship, and then their best friend and their wife sleep together, and they're not okay with it, and that became the thing that went, oh, this is what we're exploring. People who say one thing, they present one thing, but underneath there's insecurity and there's this whole well of emotion. So yeah, we did it all ourselves. I mean, we had a great stunt coordinator, but we did all the stunts. We didn't have any performers.
I think what we wrote, basically everything that's in the script we had already written, and part of the challenge with finding the location was trying to find a place that fit the fight sequence because it's such an integral part of that physical location. And we adapted a little bit to it, but a lot of that was stuff that we had thought was really interesting ahead of time in the writing process that we're we just have to do it.
And then we would just choreograph it every night and then go to a gym and throw each other around on mats and, kind of did it for weeks on end until we had the muscle memory down. Because it's really a dance. You're performing a dance and you're orchestrating it. You're just getting the rhythms down of, okay, this move and then this move.
Listen, thanks, guys. Great talking to you. And congratulations. This movie will get a real theatrical release in New York, LA as well, which were both closed when the climb came out. But congratulations. People will be able to see this with an audience. And congratulations. It's great. It's great.
Thank you so much.
I love this as a step forward. I can't wait to see these other two movies you're making.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Hey, how did the climb hold up, watching it again 5 years later?
It was good, but I could automatically saw how you've evolved with Splitsville. I saw how you was able to evolve as filmmakers, as actors. It really, and I love it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Enjoyed seeing it again for sure.
Oh, cool.
So,
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
By the way, Julie and I had sex last night. Together.
Ruega tu regalo por mí, pues me fui muy lejos por ti. Ruega, no te voy a
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not fucking kidding you.
I slept with someone too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and it was good, so it's all good.
It was good?
You don't even have to talk about it.
You guys are so inspiring. I hope I'm this mature when I'm your age.
We're not that old. Go to bed.
No me voy, no volveré, solo el
Okay, is it something specific? Because I've been working out.
un día aquí, otro día allá.
I don't want to have sex with you either, Ashley. Okay, I just want my wife back. God, why does everything have to be so complicated? I'm not that bad looking.
I'm telling you, this kind of shit happens all the time here.
We can clap.
Regalo por mí,
Thank you. Let's clap.
noches por ti. Ruega tu regalo por mí, pues me fui muy lejos por ti.
Oh, God. This is normal, right? People go through stuff like this in the first year of marriage.
No. What are are you guys doing?